Hello everyone, my name is Eugeniusz Romer, this is Układ Sił, Balance of Power, and today we are at Warsaw Security Forum, and I'm very happy to be joined by Hanno Pevkur, Minister of Defense of Estonia. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for inviting.
So my first question regards the recent incursion that you experienced from Russia of your airspace. So how was it perceived in Estonia?
I would say that very pragmatically. Of course, it was unprecedented, and this is why we started also the Article 4 consultations inside of NATO. This is why we raised that topic also in the UN Security Council. And together with Poland, we sent a very clear message that this cannot happen again. Of course, in the NATO Council, we also discussed that what are the next steps. So Eastern Sentry is one of the responses. Italy, in Estonia, conducting the air patrolling mission, said that they will leave, they will keep the SAMT long-range air defense for a longer time in Estonia. The United States made also one additional flight, which was aided an aircraft, so which is a significant sign. So the response was proper, and of course, for us, it's important that not only on the military level where we acted as we supposed to act, we also had very good understanding of the diplomatic track, and also the support from the allies.
Yeah, some people in Poland, including our foreign minister, they believe any objects flying from Russia violating our airspaces should be shut down. And do you think that this is a good solution, good sign of preparedness, of determination, of our resilience in NATO?
Well, first, when you say A, you need also to say B, that there will be also A after. You should shut down. You shoot down someone or something. That means that, as I see it, every response has to be proportional. We didn't see that those old 3 MiGs can really pose a threat, like real threat to Estonia at that moment, because they didn't have anything additional under the wings. They had only air-to-air missiles. We had 6 motor aircrafts shadowing them, so there was no chance for old MiGs against F-35s or Gripens or F-18. So it was clear superiority in the sky for NATO. So this is why I believe that what we did was proportional, was right thing to do. It sent a very clear message to Russia that, and of course send some message also that if we need to react, and when or if the Russian behavior is focused on our sovereignty, then we will act jointly and fast and strong.
As far as I know, Estonia does not have air forces. So do you think that after this incident, you should invest in it, or maybe invest more in air defense capabilities?
Well, first we have Air Force, but yes, our focus is in other fields. We don't have the fighter jets, but this is why we have the Baltic air patrol. When we talk about air defense, yes, we have already invested. We all understand that air defense is not just one asset. It's a multi-layer system where you have the very short range, medium range, and long range assets. So we are at the moment missing the long range, so Italians are covering that. So and we are in the process also to acquire the long range air defense. So and then a lot of new capabilities also for ultra-short range for the anti or counter UAV capabilities. So we will go to above 5% already next year, starting from January. And that gives us the opportunity also to show to our allies that we are taking our responsibilities, our duties very seriously.
Some people in NATO, they are discussing such a scenario that Russia invades one of the Baltic countries, including Estonia, and holds a small territory, saying that it's protecting its citizens, the Russians that live in these countries. So in such scenario, what NATO should do, because this is aimed probably to divide NATO, to show divisions, because some countries may probably say, okay, this is not taking the full control of the country, invading in a full scale, but taking just a small portion of territory, so it's not very serious?
Well, first, all the countries is not invading countries. It's invading to NATO. Secondly, also Estonian, Latvian, Lithuanian forces are part of the corpses. Thirdly, of course, we will act and react immediately. So, when it's just a small person, we can kick them out. There's no question about it. Does that mean that NATO is divided? Absolutely not, because NATO will react. As I said, NATO will react, and we have also our allies in Estonia. Have Brits, French troops, and Americans, and I'm very, very confident that if there is a need, we will act together and immediately. So every this kind of discussion, every this kind of talk is only giving the oxygen to the Russians, and this is exactly what they want. Talk about divided pain, talk about our own domestic issues, talk about that NATO is weak. So this is exactly what Russian propaganda wants us to say and wants us to talk about. Instead of talking how much can we help more Ukraine, what we can do more for Ukraine, because every Russian tank destroyed Ukraine is one tank less behind our border. So and Ukraine is the doorkeeper at the moment, security guarantee for Europe at the moment. So they are doing that job and weakening Russia significantly.
So my final question is about Americans in Europe, because Matthew Whitaker, the ambassador of the United States of America in NATO, he said that the US is preparing a plan for withdrawing some of its troops from Europe. So do you think they are going to pull them out of Estonia, actually? Because Donald Trump, he promised during the meeting with our president, Karol Nawrocki, he's going to leave the troops in Poland. He also promised that to Friedrich Merz, the German chancellor. But how about Baltic countries? Because he didn't say any of that regarding them. So do you think that this is possible, that Donald Trump will take them back home, actually, from our region?
Well, and we don't have here the crystal ball to say what's going to happen. So the reality is that all the countries, we have to do more, and we are doing so. This is about the Article 3 in NATO, which says that first and foremost you have to be ready to defend your own country, and then Article 5 comes that the allies will react together. So I can see that it's very rational to withdraw forces from the Baltics, because for Russia, what matters is the force and the message of strength. And when President Trump and Secretary Hexley are talking all the time about peace through strength, also the Reagan slogan, then exactly what you need to do is that standing there eyeball to eyeball with Russians, so that we are here, don't even think about doing any stupidities.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
For this very interesting interview, I was interviewing Hanno Pevkur, Minister of Defense of Estonia. Many thanks to our viewers as well. Thank you.